I said fuck Xbox, fuck all these Xbox, fuck every Xbox their channel. Won't give a damn. It's PlayStation for life. You don't get it? Let's get it. Let's do this. Let's do this, my ponies. Let's go to war. What? Say what? Yeah. I say I double dip on The Last of Us. Woo. Yeah, I double dip on the director's cuts. Woo. Double dip on every damn release. Damn right. Yeah, Jim Ryan is my motherfucking boss. Yo, and we don't care.
Buy turrets and shit, yo.
Yeah, all the shine gonna keep it on the low. We be sucking on every damn toe. Because Sony PlayStation gets the love. Yeah, so all hell Sony, we be your ponies. You can take my wife, you can take my money. I'm obsessed with the God of War. Yeah, all my ponies ready to go to war. Blue PlayStation high, all over my head. Pentimetal PS5, 120 FPS. Blue team is the set, throw it up. I never had sex, I only care about sales. I said what I said. Woo! Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. The love, pony love. Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. The love, pony love. Only PlayStation gets my love. Only Sony gets my love. The love, pony love. Yeah. I see you Xbox. I see you playing on Game Pass for free. Nah, man, we don't do that over here. We pay $70 a game. Yeah, you Xbox be broke. You so stupid, so goofy. Fuck you, Demo Flow. Fuck you. Like and subscribe. Yeah, if you wanna see me more on Demo Flow Gaming channel. Fuck this dude, I'ma pop in the shot every time. Yeah, but I'm here to show my pony love. And you with it? Say what?
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Demo Flow Gaming Show, where I share my passion for gaming and keep you informed of everything that's going on with gaming in general. Whether you're playing on Xbox, Nintendo, whatever, bro, we don't give a damn. We got you. We're here to talk games. It's been a while. So shout out to Power Boss. Can't wait to catch up with you because I haven't even been able to talk to you, to be honest, in a while. So how you doing, man?
I'm having a time of my life over here.
That's good to hear, man. And, shout out to shout out to everybody coming through. I've been going through it, right? Like, just had a new son. It's been hard, with the routine, sleep, going to work and everything. But, I'm super happy and, I'm focused in my family at the moment. So it's going to be kind of hard for me to come back in here and do a lot of content, like a lot of videos and stuff. I'll try to do the show every Friday or whenever I can, but we have to play it by ear for now, okay? So bear with me because, as the baby's growing, it's going to become easier and easier for me to, get back to my daily routine. So that being said, man, I'm glad to be back. Happy to see you all here and happy to speak about games, man. And talking about games, would you look at Gears or War gameplay here? I was playing the whole mode, and bro, I gotta tell you, man, it was amazing, right? He had his issues, right? Straight up. I was getting a little bit of delay when I was killing somebody. Like it'll register later. Sometimes I felt like I was getting killed behind cover and things like that. It was more like technical difficulties with the servers, yada yada. But the game as a whole and the core gameplay is extremely fun. I was a little bit iffy about the new run mechanic. I was a little bit iffy about the changes in movement, but I had to admit that I left the beta impressed and I totally enjoy it. Like, and I thought that PvP was also fun. I know some people, gonna complain about the shotgun being extremely strong, but that's how Gears of War is, right? There's a whole thing about like, the Gears core gameplay that should be maintained because I mean, believe it or not, the Gears community they into this shit, and even if they make the other weapons more viable or stronger or whatever, it won't make a difference. The shotgun is still one shot up close. They're gonna get close to you because of the great movement that this game has. So it doesn't matter if you can lancer from a mile away, people will get close to you and still fuck you up. That's just how Gears of War is, and that's basically the core gameplay. And they gotta respect that too, because if they move too much away from that, then people are not gonna like it too much, and that is just gonna be another Fortnite. And look, when they make a game for everybody, they're making a game for no one. Check out this other game. What was it like? High Guard. They made a game for everybody. People who went into building, people who went into riding on mounts, people who went into movement, people who went into like heavy gunplay, people who went into crafting, rock lights, all of that. The game didn't even hit because there was so many elements to it that nobody was into it, right? So that was the thing. I believe that Gears should remain different regardless because it's what makes it like stand out amongst these other games. Otherwise, we'll get another Fortnite, another the Division type gameplay that we already have. So I'm happy that they kept Gears away, as a core, but I'm happy that they also carrying to some of the casuals so they can go back into the game and things are easier. Getting rid of the roadie run and adding regular sprint and slide is sort of more inviting to the new players because those are mechanics that are extremely easy to master. When it comes to the movement, I didn't think wall bouncing was crazy or nothing. I thought it was very, very balanced.
Jump.
Huh?
Running, sliding, and jumping.
Yeah, right, jumping. But jumping is not such a great idea in Gears unless you're trying to clear a gap, unless you're trying to, I don't know, like hop up some obstacles or something, because if you jump, you're there. Let me show you real quick what happened to the jumpers, because I did a bunch of videos with Gears, and let me see if I can find them, man.
Oh no. I fully understand. I exactly know what you mean by what happens when you jump and get shot right in the middle of the air.
Yeah. No. You get smacked in the middle of the air by the shotgun. And I have a perfect example here, but I can't find it. Actually, I do on Twitter. It'll be easy for me to go ahead and find it on Twitter and show you. But while we are at Power Buzz, what do you think about the beta? What modes did you like? And do you think that this game is delivering, or do you think this game is gonna flop, but it's gonna be a terrible game for Xbox and for the Gears community?
So
Where do you stand when it comes to Gears of War E-Day?
while you find that clip that you're trying to put up, I got to play the Horde Siege mode, and I absolutely loved it. Uh, I only got to play one match because at the time I still had my old GPU, so there's that. But I did enjoy it, and I played with two buddies of mine at the time. Uh, I didn't get to try the multiplayer out, but I'm not a big multiplayer fan on any sort of day, especially with Gears or any multiplayer games. I do play them every now and then. I'll play Call of Duty every once in a while. I still love everything about the movement, the mechanics, everything that Gears is known for is all there. People are trying to say that, oh, look at this, only 22,000 people played the open beta on Steam. That's not including Xbox on the actual console, and that's not including the actual.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Because also I wanted to add that the beta was available to those who had Game Pass too, as a part of like being a little bit earlier than usual, right?
twice.
Yeah.
Closed beta and an open beta.
Yeah, so a lot of like PC players who had a brain, they were like, you're like out, maybe I get Game Pass this month, play the Gears of War beta, and play some whatever all the games I can see over there, and we don't get out.
So,
whatever.
just to clarify, I played the closed beta.
Mhm.
Okay, when I played, I only got into one round because at the time, like I said, I was on my old GPU, the 2600 Super, and it was chugging. I would go like, running down a hallway, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it would just slow to a crawl and freeze so many frames before it would resume. So I only played the one round. I then put in my new GPU, finally the 3070 Ti, so nice upgrade,
Mhm.
and I continued to try to get in, and I was just having problems with my computer. I had basically had to do a whole wipe and reset. Long story.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had
Essentially,
his issues for sure, and
es-
you weren't the
essentially,
only one.
well, no. Essentially, when I upgraded my GPU, my Windows files got corrupted. So there was things that stopped working completely on my
Wow.
Windows. So it took me a while before I was able to get to the point where I can play
Yeah.
again. And by the time I did, the beta was already over, unfortunately, for me. So I didn't get to play the open beta, but from what I saw from watching other people play it, it wasn't too much different from the flows. And I can't wait to see more of what they're going to show at both opening night live and the two Xbox days.
Yeah, they
Because I
got
already know
Gamescom.
there's 32 games that are going to be shown between the 2 days for Gamescom. But I'm loving everything about this, and I cannot wait to see more Gears
For
and everything
sure,
else
for
that's
sure.
coming.
All right. So let me show you the clip on why you shouldn't be jumping on Gears of War. This is what happened. Look.
How to act slow motion for me, slow motion for me, slow motion for me, moving slow motion for me. Back.
All right. There you go. Don't be jumping on Gears of War E-Day because you're not gonna have a great time, guys. Let me see chat because I see some chats here. We got Adidas 20 with the 2-bit. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for coming through. We got PS5 Blow with what's up. We also got Gris X2 saying, showing the bros some love. Happy Friday, gentlemen. Thank you so much. Mr. Blanco in the house, en la casa. Saludate. Thank you, Bobby. Much love to you, man. Lycos 45 in the building as well, saying, what's up, everybody? What's going on, Lycos, man? Good to see you back in here in the channel with us, hanging out, man. Hey, listen, like Paul Boss was saying, the Gears E-Day beta was juicy. It was good. It looked promising. I know for a fact that some of the people who didn't like the PvP, or maybe some of the extremely rare cases of people who didn't like the whole mode because I thought that was like an amazing mode. Maybe you will like the story, right? So there's something in there. Gears is not only Gears because of the PvP, wall bouncing, going crazy and shit. You still have the story. You still have the horror mode, which is PvE. You don't face any real players. And if you want a little bit more of a challenge, you hop in the multiplayer versus matches, and you can go crazy. Go downtown and grind. They have different modes. They got rank if you want to like really, really, really push the limits. And, I think the game looks great. The game plays great. The game is fun. That's the most important thing. Besides looking good and all of that, the game is fun.
Now, I will say there's 2 criticisms that I hope that make it into the full release. That I don't know how long this might be after development, or if they have it planned already or what. But first, I would like it for excuse me, parties of 12, since the Horde Siege mode is 3 teams of 4. Party of 12 and randomly get put into your team, to your squads of who's going to do what around the map.
Right, like I think they're gonna have that power bosses. It's gonna be like a custom match in which you can have like your own lobby with your own people, like they did with Gears 5. I don't know if you're familiar with the lobby.
Well, no.
With the lobbies in there.
I want a separate ranking system between PvP matches and Horde Siege matches. But I want you to be able to create a party from 12 people, not just your squad of 4.
Right.
And then when you go into the Horde Siege map with that party of 12, the second thing I want is that it randomizes who's on what team around the map.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. That you're gonna have not a patio 12 in that sense, but you're gonna have a server in which you can set up different rules and different stuff like
Mhm.
difficulty, sliders and stuff like that, and then you can like customize the match the way
Well,
you
see,
want
I don't want
with
it a
your
custom
friends.
match. I just want it like flat out game mode in general.
Oh, like a game mode like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll see
Like
because
you can play the PvP rank mode. I
I
want the Horde Siege mode to just have that naturally,
yeah.
not a custom mode. Because if you go in a custom mode, you're not going to get experience. You're not going to get level up.
Yeah, yeah,
You
you
only go
do.
on
You
that.
do. In Gears, you do. Even if you just fighting bots, even if it like when I
But
1v1 my
I do
friend on a
I do hope they
custom
also bring back
server,
the classic Siege or not Siege, classic Horde mode.
yeah, because this is the way it works.
It's supposed to.
I don't know if you got the gist of it, but the thing is, okay, in Gears in the horde mode, you do a bunch of objectives around the map, but
Mhm.
ultimately you get into the original siege mode, which is like to protect the thing, so that that's it, and then you have to stay in there and protect everything against all odds.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so it's a mixture of being a little bit of freedom around the map, doing different objectives, but ultimately you have to defend the shit and then extract. That's
No, no,
what
no. I'm talking about the classic, just the 4 player Siege
siege mode.
Horde.
But this is what I'm saying. I
It's
get
the
it.
classic Horde
You
mode.
are getting that same thing here because
No,
your
no, you
squad.
are. Yes, I'm talking about just the 4 player mode,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
smaller
But
maps.
then trust me, like these, like with the enemies, the amount of enemies and how strong they are, like 4 players only, that would be like you get wrecked. Because like, bro, even I finished because you got 3 modes, right? You got the blitz, you got the other mode in the middle, and then you have the whole mode. Okay, so
Mhm.
the whole mode you more focus about defending, okay,
Yeah.
with your squad, and in the blitz mode you're more focused about doing things around the map, quick little missions. All right, so I mean, I think the content is there. If they okay, now what the coalition really have to do to make this work and to make this into an amazing game is to provide great content for it and at a great pace. Okay, we don't want a Halo Infinite situation that the game release was the talk the month or the flavor of the 2 3 months, and then after, boom, everybody hated the game because there was no fucking content.
Right.
Okay,
And they
and that
released so few.
exactly. So what we really want is the coalition to provide us with seasons. I'm not talking about battle pass, but I'm talking about shit to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe changing the weather like Forza does. So there is like a winter season in which it starts snowing. There is a rainy season in which start raining, flood season. So there's water in the map, and you can, maybe not swim, but maybe you can like even drown if you fall into the water or some shit. Like
Yeah.
switch it up, give it different elements so that the people can stay stuck in the game and keep playing. Also, I love the attachments in horde mode, how you can like level up your weapons and level up your class. I thought that was great. However, I think that we need a little bit more depth. Why? Because I was able to master one class in such little moment. I know there's more classes. I know they got more classes coming up, but I'm afraid that I'll be able to master these classes in like a month. Okay, so you want more depth into. We want more attachments. We want more secondary effects for the weapons. Maybe add like elements to the weapons like fire, ice. You know what I mean? To make it into something. I know it's not gears per se, a gears thing, but we have to improve. We need to change things up. Why? Because we want to keep this fresh. Okay, so you can be a purist when it comes to gaming these days because that's not going to give you anything. You need to move on. You need to add different stuff. And this is like a reboot, basically, of Gears. If you think about it, they could change
I
a
would
lot of things.
I would push back on that just slightly for this one specifically because it is a prequel. But when they do the next Gears, just start doing that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They could go ahead and do a lot of
Uh,
things with Gears.
I
I
agree with
think.
you to a point. Not
Yeah,
this
yeah,
Gears, but the next Gears. Yes, do that.
yeah. I think it's been great, bro. I'm having a lot of fun, but trust me, Gears is not the only thing that we got going on because the Call of Duty beta starts today, Modern Warfare 4. And I don't know if you guys watched the trailers, but I thought it looked great. I know a lot of people are sick of Call of Duty. I get it. They've been chef for a long time. But it looks like they're going back to like a more military, more serious tone on this one. And I like it. I'm with all the goofy shit too. I like that too because I think that's fun, keeping things fresh. But I think that had a time, right? And I think it's time to move on from that and keep things a little bit more grounded. And I think the whole point is to make the players happy. And if they can do that with Call of Duty and they can at least deliver one good game, I think the franchise could be like in a better place because I do feel like Call of Duty has declined. Let's keep it real. A lot of people they not see Call of Duty like how we used to see Call of Duty, like the main multiplayer game, because now, guess what? There's competition. There's Fortnite. There's Apex Legends that is doing great. Even though with a lot of controversies, people are still playing Apex Legends. Overwatch, surprisingly, is still around. And yada, yada, por ahí para allá. There's a lot of games, it's funny because yesterday on Twitter, man, I seen that this game by the Riot, the people or the studio who make fighting games. It was called 2XKO, and they finished with the game. The game's been out for about a year, and the game is done already. No more updates. They're gonna eventually kill it, and that's a sad thing to see because we're seeing all these games dying, all these live service games dying, and it's kind of fucked up because we want these games to be around because, believe it or not, some people like that game. I seen somebody saying yesterday on Twitter, he even got a tattoo of the game because the impact that the game had on him. Even, okay, we might agree or disagree about the game being good or bad, but we cannot take for granted the impact that some of these games have in certain people that like those games, right? So whatever, the guy got a tattoo because he liked the game so much, and the game allowed him to get through some dark times. He explained it like that in the so he had a lot of love for the game, so it was extremely saddened. So watching games die like that is not cool. And we have another example now about PlayStation with the Horizon live service mobile game or whatever they're making. What is it, like Hunters and Gatherers? Not
Hunters Gathering, yeah.
And they basically they put on ice. They had to like revisit the ideas and everything because people didn't like it.
I have a question about that is, when was the beta test that they had earlier in this year compared to this decision that they're making?
Dímelo, E-Ranks, man. What's going on? Can you repeat the question again, Albus?
What is the time frame from when they had that beta where they're getting all this feedback to
first off,
making the decision now?
First off, it was a couple of months ago, I think, but they had it like close. So not a lot of people got access to it, and it still got bad feedback. Okay, but I don't like these closed betas. I believe that you should go ahead and open it up for everybody to try it out, because what happened is that people, you have a small group of people that does not determine what everybody's opinion is, because you got a control group of people testing your game. I think that if you really want to test your game, you need that control group to get the core gameplay because you want to cater to somebody, right? And then show it to the world and see how everybody reacts. I think that's the whole point of a beta. And I think they could, because first off, the Horizon fans don't like multiplayer games like that. PlayStation needs to understand their player base. If you're making something like Uncharted, like, you don't need to make an online Uncharted or a live service Uncharted. Why? Because the main people who play Uncharted are all about the story. They're all about the characters. They're all about like seeing these amazing cinematics and stuff. So, I mean, you give people what they want. Okay, the Horizon people, I never heard none of them asking for a multiplayer mode. In contrast, when we see people in Xbox, on the Xbox side and PC side, games like Starfield get asked about a multiplayer game like because people are interested in interacting with each other. There's two different types of gamers, and that's fine. But PlayStation is their job to understand my people are not into this shit.
I would like to push back on that on several points though. Because when it comes to Starfield, it's more, hey, you have friends, you want to show off the things that you can do in Starfield because you can get cosmetics, you can get things like that. You want to have that interaction, and that's one aspect.
Base building, all
Yeah.
of that stuff. That's like brings the multiplayer element to it.
Yes. When it comes to Hunter's Gathering and what you're talking about in the control groups, I think you should have two types of people that are doing it because you have the people who emphatically hate it and you have people who love it. And
Right.
you get a good wide spectrum, and that's where you do your assessment of, hey, is this game good or not? Or what direction should we fix? What direction should we go?
Right.
Then you either have a second closed beta or the open beta to mass appeal to let everybody see it and see if they like the changes. Because you got to remember, if you open it and base your opinions off that, you have the too many cooks in the kitchen aspect.
That's true. That's true, Pablo. So I
So
agree with you 100. Yep.
But then when you look at it, I think it's more the Fortnitification of it, the graphics and the stuff that they're doing with it, because that's on the PlayStation. And then you go and you turn around and look at Steel Frontiers, that is a mobile and PC only game that looks like a true successor to the franchise.
Yeah. But man, shout out to Seeing Sears. He's in the house and he say, howdy hookahs and fellow
Good.
great beers. How's it going, Poppy? So yeah, man, the other thing that I wanted to say is that when it comes to Gears of War, games like Gears of War, Doom, that are very gory, very for you know who type of players, right? Who like the violence, who like, you know, that grittiness to the games. They like the games to be like hardcore and be like, damn, this is fucking like, wow, like, right? So I feel like people need to be more welcoming because the conversation online is about how all these games, for example, I'm gonna give the example out there, Wolverine. How Wolverine, for example, is made by females and the mocap was made by females, developed per females and all that. And in this case, it looks like games like Doom, games like Gears are catered to the more male audience, to a more like, you know, whatever. Even though Gears got that one woke character in there that everybody hates. But you know, let me tell you something. It's funny because I was playing with her in the multiplayer. That was my main character in the multiplayer, and she has some crazy lines. Like, get up, bitch, and type shit. Like, so I was like, okay, you know what? I like her. She's like badass at the end of the day. So I just wanted to say, man, like, if y'all like talk and speak with you, like, you know, like this is what we want as gamers. We want games to go in this direction. I understand there's gotta be games for everybody, and that's a beautiful thing. But this has always been the thing, right? Halo, Gears, the sports games, the shooters. It's been like a guy thing, right? And so we need to protect that at all costs because we need games like this to. Okay, it's okay for the South of Midnight. It's okay for the, you know, I don't know, for the Telltale series to exist. It's okay.
So I'm not going to push back on females capping Wolverine if that's the way they want to go, because there's a lot of female voice actors that voice male characters. Dragon Ball Z is an example. One Piece.
Yeah, One Piece, for example. Yeah, I wanted to mention that. Yeah.
So I'm not going to say
no, but it's like
voice acting
it's a
and mocapping.
It's not. It's a thing of like, goddamn, bro. Couldn't you like have a real dude doing the motion to make it feel like more manly, all of this stuff? Like, yeah, I don't want to get too deep into the subject. I just wanted to highlight how this is made by guys who like extreme violence and gore and, you know what I mean, it's greediness and rough shit.
Don't forget that it was a female who made the game Bayonetta.
Yeah, but there's two types of like I said, Pablo. So I want to get too deep into this topic. I just
It
wanted to
just has
say
to be where they're
show
oriented.
love to games like Doom. Show love to games like Gears. They come in too far and few in between, man. We don't get games with these violence like this, man. No more. Talk like these games. It's not about feelings, about like I'm hurt, I'm depressed. No, no, no. This game's about like let's push forward because we gotta survive. We gotta do what it takes. You feel me? And I feel like we need more games in our community like that, man. That's just me
Yeah, hell,
keeping it real, man. I feel that way. We got Flo do Ducks do TV in the building with the two Gears of War E-Day flopped and Wolverine will sell more. Man, thank you for the two, but I think you're insane. Look, I think Wolverine will sell more than Gears of War. I do believe that. You know what? Because Wolverine is a more appealing IP to the masses. Everybody knows about Gears of War, steep learning curve, and it could be intimidating to some players. In the other hand, Wolverine, you know you're gonna get your quick time events. You know you're just gonna mash one button and get through the game. It's more accessible to everybody, and that's
I've
just the
said
way
it
I see it.
before, and I'll say it again. If you like Wolverine, fine. It's a game that you're gonna play as Wolverine, but at the same time, this Wolverine game is not Wolverine. It is a Spider-Man 2 reskin, and the storyline they are butchering his lore.
No, no, man.
The graphics
Yeah.
are fine. The combat looks fluid, and the combat around the arena destructible environment is all right.
Have you seen Power
Storyline
Bus?
is garbage. The character design models are garbage.
I'm not a huge comic book nerd, the superheroes now, but I know a little bit about Wolverine's story because I was one of the characters that I actually liked. Okay. So basically we got what is this other guy who's an enemy of the X-Men that is the Beast guy. The Beast. What is it? What is his name? The Beast.
Sabretooth?
Hey, Sabretooth. Right. So basically, this guy is a terrible person. He killed every Christmas somebody that Wolverine loves and is dear to Wolverine. So the fact that the interaction between them was so like casual to me, that
Here's the
made
thing.
me cringe a little bit.
When you look at the lore, X-Men Wolverine Origins did it best. In the past, when Wolverine first was friends with Sabretooth, okay, he was always his adversary because they were always trying to one-up each other. So that whole scene, that BS scene of Sabretooth holding Wolverine up against the wall, that would have never happened. Because Sabretooth, if you know your lore, would have said, okay, if you're not going to get your butt in gear and take care of Essex, I'm going to do it myself. And
Exactly.
that's the Sabretooth.
Yeah. So it's like they are chasing the characters out. And I think
scene with Mystique saving Wolverine when he's kneeling there after he's gone through how many countless hours of the game at that point, and then all of a sudden just now gets humbled and says, hey, take me in, and then Mystique just magically comes in. He's not going to sit there while she takes out the entire room. He's going to jump in and help. That's
I don't know.
Mary Jane missions from Spider-Man 2.
I don't want to criticize the game too much because first off, the game is not even out. But for what I've seen, it looks like Wolverine is a bitch. Okay, so I'm just gonna say it hurts me to say this because I was actually looking forward to playing this game when it released in PC. Supposedly they're not gonna release it on PC. We'll see. But let's just say I'll play it for $20. Let's just say I'll play it for $20. But I mean, yeah, well, we are here, right? We are here. Yes. So I wanted to say to Sinceres, yes, they not cancel, but they are going to revisit the idea of the New Horizon Hunters and Gatherers game that it was supposed to be a free-to-play game. Yeah, they're gonna revisit that. So in my opinion, I think they're done with the game. it'll be extremely hard for them to continue to work on this. If they do, they just gonna be throwing their money away.
They
Sadly.
are talking about rebooting it to rip out everything that makes it a live service game.
Yeah. So
And
I think that's a great
point,
idea.
they're going to be making a whole new game.
Yeah. Basically, the game that they were supposed to release is not gonna release. They're gonna go ahead and spend a couple of more years spending resources and everything to make this work. Which is not a bad thing because I hate to see games being completely, destroyed or pulled out like it happened with Perfect Dark, right? Would I love to
Yep.
yeah, we would have loved to go ahead and be like, okay, fuck it, at least release what you have. But sometimes it's not even worth it because it was gonna get criticized so heavily that it wasn't even worth it. So it brings me to Halo, to Halo CE. I know we haven't really caught up about Halo CE. I played it. I enjoyed it for what it was. I liked it. Played the campaign many times. I like the new graphical improvements. Other than that, it was the same shit than before, with a couple of improvements here and there. And how do you feel about that, Pablo? Do you get to play it? Do you like it? You hate it?
I am not going to touch that game with a 10-foot pole. I have it on Game Pass, and I'm still not going to play it. So for the 3 extra missions, sure, fine, dandy. It's something to experience from the original Halo games that you haven't.
I enjoyed those, not for the story per se, but because of the action. I got to move around, fight some bodies. That's it.
There's so many inconsistencies throughout that storyline continuity that is just garbage.
Yeah.
The AI is horrible on both Sergeant Johnson and the enemies.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you saw it, but there's a clip from Gara playing it. I was in his chat, supporting the homie and all that, like I do. And in the very first prequel mission, he's sitting here going around the room, and he's playing on Legendary, mind you. It takes him a couple tries, but he finally gets to a point where he can clear most of this one room. And I don't know what he did, but he wound up knocking out of one of the elite tanks, like one of the golden elite arbiters that are running around. The AI broke.
Yeah, it was definitely glitchy.
It walked to him and just stood there and did
on the PC. I'm gonna be honest, I couldn't play on the first week on the PC. I had to play on the Xbox. Why? Because it kept on crashing. So it's baffling to me how a company like Microsoft, and one of the best IP that they have, or more important IPs, and they'll still release it with this type of issues that should have been brushed off and polished a long time ago, man. So I was kind of sad the way they treated it. It almost felt like they didn't give a fuck about it at some point. But as a Halo game, when it comes to like the core Halo game, the gameplay and how much fun I had with it, it was decent, not the best. As a matter of fact, you know what I'm playing right now? I'm playing Halo 3 ODST. Okay, so I'm playing ODST.
You know that all the new weapons that they added in that were never there in the original game, they didn't tune them worth anything.
Because it was for the campaign, man. They didn't care about balancing it.
The Needler is the weakest weapon in the game, and the Needle Rifle is the strongest weapon in the game, hands down, point blank.
Yeah,
and
the Needle Rifle was good.
Gives you 3 different forms of ammo counting.
Yeah. I mean, that's not a huge deal to me because I don't be looking at the gun. I'll be looking at the enemies moving around and stuff. But that's different. I know people got their issues with it, and I respect it. But what I was going to say, as a game, like when it comes to the way that you move your character and the gameplay, the action and all of that, it was decent. Not the best Halo. It didn't deserve the 90. I think that what is seat right now, Metacritic's fair. And I believe that they could have done a way better job. And that's where all the criticism come from. Because the game and the reboot had the potential.
The performance was also garbage.
Oh yeah, potential wasn't good. I mean, the performance wasn't as good.
I saw Alex playing it because he played it on launch, or the early access because somebody paid it for him or something. I don't know, he got a refund, and then they wound up giving him a copy to review, and he was playing it on stream. In the first like 2-3 hours of the game, somebody was posting something to show him about something else that was going on at the time. I don't remember what it was, but he paused and tagged out during a cutscene. And when he came back to the game after he finished viewing whatever it was, the game completely froze on him. And he had to force close it. And then when
Like
he
I
got
said,
into it, it started him past the cutscene.
I was getting crashes like in on the PC, but after the day one patch that was resolved, and I was able to continue playing the game on PC back and forth, and on the Xbox, which is it actually ran better on the Xbox than on the PC. Surprisingly, it was better optimized for the Xbox, even though I was getting more frames on the PC and everything. It felt more fluid with Xbox, whatever. But moving on, man. Xbox is gonna be present at Gamescom. They're gonna be showing some Gears of War E-Day story, and they're gonna have many more games and many more stuff happening. There's a rumor around the new controller that is already being leaked or something. I don't really believe some of these leaks until I see it, but for what I've seen, the controller looks cool. It looks light, it looks strong, and it looks like it's gonna have a bunch of features. So
obviously, there's the AI model one that people are throwing around, and it's going to be this, that, and the other. And obviously, that's fake. It'd be cool if it is. We got leaks earlier this year that they're already teasing the Elite 3 controller,
right,
which I think is going to be perfectly compatible with the Helix when it comes out. So you can get it now, and it'll play on both just like the Xbox One controllers do. Play on the Series consoles as well. But regardless of whether you think it's real or fake, the one thing that I took out of it was the interesting thing that apparently now it's adding the touchpad, which is going to be more sensitive to PS5 DualSense. That I found interesting.
Yeah. What I believe, Power Boss, is I'm gonna be honest, extremely honest here. Both Xbox and PlayStation, I don't know so much or too much about the Nintendo controllers and how they perform, but they need a lot of work. They're super behind in their technology when it comes to controllers. We're playing. Most of the people who are playing FPS, most of the people who are playing games are playing with third-party controllers. Why? Because, for example, this one right here, I'm going to show you. This one is the Razer Wolverine V3 Tournament Edition. It was $65. Comes with buttons in the back, just like the Elite, trigger stops, even 2 extra buttons here. And it was $65. The Elite cost like $150, and it's no better than this one by chance. This one has an 8K polling rate. Insane. I feel like I needed to lower my sensitivity with this because it goes hard, extremely hard and fast. So, and the PlayStation controller, even though it has a little bit less latency than the Xbox, still shit compared to this. And the other one, the G7, I don't know if you've seen the G7 one, that is insane. Not only is cheaper than the both the Elite and the Pro from the PlayStation, but it's also bring a bunch of other stuff too, like you can change your thumbsticks. These thumbsticks, by the way, are TMR, which I'm never gonna get drift on this on the Xbox and the PlayStation. You know, you get drift after 2 matches. So all I'm gonna say, man, they need to step it up. You need a high polling rate at this point in the generation. You need bad buttons because nobody's playing vanilla controllers no more, especially in shooters and stuff. And you need TMR sticks, minimum, because you don't have TMR sticks in 2026 in your controller ain't shit. And I'm just gonna keep it real because you got Scuff, you got Battle Beaver, you got all these other controllers, the V-Tricks, that are doing way better than the OG Xbox and PlayStation controllers and cost less. So what are we doing here at Xbox? What are we doing PlayStation? Get your game up when it comes to controller. And back here's the work, by the way. Fucking dope. But you know what? I'm not gonna buy it. Why? Because it's slow as fuck. You're not selling me anything. You're selling me a paint job. Okay, looks cool, right? I could do that shit to my controller too if I wanna. I could go ahead and find somebody who can custom paint it for me, easy, and get it done the same way. So let's keep it real here, guys. The Xbox and PlayStation both need to do better with their controllers. Straight up. They ask compared to the third-party controllers that they're releasing right now that cost $65, $70. And they faster, better, more reliable with better sticks and everything, more precise. Come on, man. What are we doing here? I just wanted to say that, man. What other news we got during the week, Power Buzz, that were important? Any of the
There's a lot.
okay. So shout out to Gil Walker.
Yeah,
He sent me a shout out to him. He just sent me a post by Jess Gordon, and we're gonna get through it right here, right now, because this is a bit controversial, but I think we need to talk about it. Okay, so you guys know about the whole thing with PlayStation ending physical media, all of that stuff, and a lot of people believe that Xbox is gonna follow suit. And I am one of the believers who believe that Xbox, if anybody was going to do this shit, Xbox was going to be the first one to do it, right? Honestly, I'm okay with digital. Don't attack me, but I'm okay with digital because I've been digital for a long time. I'm used to it. I'm not scared of losing my account and losing all my games. I don't need that fear because I can go ahead and, whatever, get them again. I got like 300 games on Epic Game account. Like that I didn't even pay $1 for it. And most of the games that I have at this time, they promotion, whatever. I don't be living that life that I'm in fear of losing my media because I can always go ahead and go back and get it. It sucks that they're doing this because I know the option that they're removing from the gamers because there's some people who love to go to GameStop and look around in the shelves and get the game that they want to get. They like to shop around. There's people who love and treasure and collect physical media. And, my respect to them because that's their hobby. That's the way they want to enjoy it. That's awesome. I don't do it. So I got to keep it real with you. I could care less on my side, but I understand why it could affect other people, which is messed up. They're removing an option. Every negative change to me sucks. When they're removing something that you already had, it sucks. Okay, but now Xbox, it looks like they learning a little bit how to read their room, and they're learning how to heat PlayStation where it hurts. When they see a little bit of space, that's where they go hurt PlayStation. And I know PlayStation's been doing this for a long time. They've been playing around, trying to see Xbox and hit them when they are the weakest. But now Xbox looks to be the one fighting back a little bit and finding solutions to problems that keep rising, right? Like physical media becoming too expensive. So here's a post by Jess Gordon saying, new Xbox positron disc to digital iconography showed up in the most recent Xbox Insider builds. Seems to show a disc digitizing, etc. reveal could be closed. That was one of the things that people said that Xbox could do at Gamescom. Reveal a way in which they can help you maintain or keep, your physical media in a digital format, which I believe is a fair deal. Okay, it's not gonna solve the problem per se, but it's a step forward in the right direction to alleviate, right? The how fucked up this shit is, right? Honestly. So what do you guys?
They've already confirmed that.
Okay.
There's already the first 4 games that are launched are going to be the first ones that are going to be a part of this project. For Project Positron. They did announce that throughout the rest of this year, that the insiders and eventually, I think halfway through August, or maybe sometime next month, they're going to start rolling it out of the insiders program because I'm in the insiders program. So I have access to this right now. And they're going to start rolling out all original Xbox games.
Wow.
I don't know how complete the library is going to be. We'll see. They're going to continually add to it over time. And then starting next year, and rolling into 28, they're going to start doing the 360 library, which is going to be a feat and a half in itself because the way that the games are for the 360 are completely different than any other way that Xbox has ever formatted their games. I can see them doing it still because it's already backwards compatible, and it's just going to be weird how they're going to do it. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with it. There's nothing but good things coming from this so far, from what I'm seeing. So yeah.
Okay, so basically going down right now is Call of Duty next. And
Yep.
I'm playing it right here to see if we can take a look at Call of Duty while we continue doing the show.
And it
you know,
launches immediately after this ends.
exactly, bro. I can't wait to play. You know about us. You know, I get hyped with every Call of Duty. I play for 3 months, whatever. And after that, I'm done with it. I haven't touched Black Ops 7 in months. But I did enjoy the first 3-4 months of the game. I played it like hell. I put about like 500 hours, Power Boss. Okay, so I got my Call of Duty feel. That's enough for me. I think it served its purpose, right? Kept me entertained for a certain period of time. But I know some of you guys play all year long, nonstop. You guys are sick. But I can't do that, man, because there's so many games coming out that you're like, okay, I need to play this game, the other game, and then you lose the thing. So the game that I've been playing lately is Halo 3 ODST, and it's been a while, right, since I played this game, and I didn't even remember shit most of the time. But I'm enjoying, you know what I'm enjoying, Power Boss, and what I think Halo is missing for real, is the humor. The humor that they had, bro, it was crazy. Like I'm fighting, right? I'm holding a point, and we got a bunch of enemies coming, and we're holding the line, whatever. And I'm losing soldiers, right? Some of the Spartans are dying next to me and shit. And the guy,
You know what? I can see that.
the NPCs and when they were talking, it's like, oh, I sent a letter to your family. Don't worry, buddy. I take care of your girlfriend. Shit like that. It's like, bro, like I was cracking up. I was like, what is he talking about? Taking care of whose girlfriend? You know, like
I can see that.
and also the animations, right? Back in the day, everything was a little bit more funny. It was funky. They would move around like this type shit. That was charisma.
I mean, that's what made Red versus Blue so popular.
Exactly. That was charisma. Please bring that back to Halo. I love that. And it remind me of the good old times playing multiplayer, Halo 3 and all of that. It remind me of like playing campaign with my friends in co-op, split screen, all that stuff. And it's like, bro, I can't stop playing Halo 3 ODST. I'm around the city looking for weapons, trying to find my team. It's just fucking dope and so underrated. Please go ahead and check it out, Halo 3 ODST. I know some people really don't talk about it too much. They usually say Reach 3, 2, right? But please play that.
I think for me, between Reach and Halo 3 ODST are kind of a tie for my top 2 favorites.
I love Reach. Reach, to me,
was my first one, by the way.
My favorite.
It's the first one that I owned that I played through. I did play, I think it was Halo 1 or 2 prior, because a friend had a 360 or regular Xbox.
I love 2, but I love 2 more for the story than for the gameplay.
Shout out to Tegan, Intro Game, Media Gaming, and Arcane Nexus and Keo Walker.
Oh shit! Let me see.
Shout out to y'all.
Shout out. Let's go. Let's go see chat real quick. PS5 Blow in the building saying I use Hall Effect. Of course, man. At this point, when we're talking about controllers, if you don't have Hall Effect, if you don't have TMR in your sticks, what are you even selling? Mm-hmm. What are you even selling the controller? It's 2026, man. Get with the program.
I also want to see the controllers that they're using for this leaked Xbox controller too. That's going to be interesting. Whether it's TMR, Hall Effects, or something similar to the Steam Deck.
Oh yeah, maybe they could like innovate in that sense, and that would be amazing too to see something different. We got
the first time that an actual controller would have those types of sticks.
Tegan X saying, I miss you, demo. I miss you guys so much, but I'm not even going to lie. I was dying to do a podcast, dying to make a video, but sadly, I didn't have any time. And right here, right now, I'm doing this quickly because my two kids are out there with my wife and she needs help. Definitely. There's two boys now. One is crying because he's hungry or pooped his diaper. The other one is crying because he wants attention or pooped his diaper. Like, we are going crazy, man. But yeah, shout out to 100 in the house, man. What's good, Poppy? Good to see you. Shout out to 100. He been clapping ponies for a while now out there on Twitter. I see you, homie. The Archangel Nexus, dímelo, Bobby. It's good to have the Demo Flow show back again. Man, I love it, man. I honestly couldn't wait to continue to do this because I love speaking about gaming.
Hey, being a new dad has its toll. It's all right. We understand.
It's hard. And at the same time, guys, I don't want to talk about me too much, but I've been in a fitness journey as well. So
I just now realized that Modern Warfare 4 has beta codes streaming across the bottom of the screen. I'm just now realizing that.
Holy shit. Down. Fine. Well, if you have a Discord Nitro account, you get a code. So check out your rewards, okay, on Discord, because you can pull it out. I already did mine.
Ultimate, you get a code.
Yep. So I'm good. I got it all. I'm ready for Call of Duty right after the show, but not really, because I think after the show I'm gonna hit the gym and then maybe go take my kids to the park again to get them tired. So maybe we can have a little bit of time to ourselves this night, bro, because my big one has been, wow, super intense. He doesn't get tired. I take him to the park and all of that. But yeah, like I
says you're making a little Xbox army yourself.
Yeah, little Xbox army, bro. So basically, guys, I've been on a fitness journey. So I started out a soccer team with my friends, and we are practicing towards becoming a team. Amateur, of course, and we're just gonna play against some of the teams and stuff. So we're putting everything together. But most importantly, what I've been doing is training both my soccer game and also gym, fitness, all of that, because we play our first match last night. We won. I think we won 9-7, and it's extremely hard because we played for a whole hour nonstop. It's extremely physical, so I need to be in shape. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want to keep up with my sons. I have two boys. They're going to need park. They're going to need activities. They're going to need me to be there to show them how things are done, swimming, all of that. I need to be in the best shape of my life so I can watch them grow, teach them, and watch them have my grandsons and all that stuff. So I suggest you that get on a fitness journey, keep up with your kids, man, because I took them the other day to a place here that is called Open Air. That is basically like a trampoline place that you go and they go ahead and play. It's like a big playground full of trampolines and activities to do. And I see all the dads in there, bro, sitting down, like super lethargic and stuff. Me and my friend were the only ones with our kids actually engaging in these activities with them. And I don't want to be criticizing anybody, but when you have kids, you need to be involved. You need to be there. You need to show them. You need to be present.
Speaking of criticizing,
all of that.
Back on the topic of games, what do you think of the Insomniac trying to weaponize developers' mental health because of the blowback that they're getting from Wolverine?
Yeah. At my job, who gives a fuck about my mental health? Everybody needs me to get the job done. Nobody gives a fuck. So I don't give a fuck.
The biggest hypocritical defenders was GameSpot.
Yeah, GameSpot. Wolverine is getting a lot of criticism. Where were you guys with the Gears of War? Because he got a lot of criticism.
How about Starfield going all the way back then?
Starfield, South of Midnight. What happened to it? Like, why you criticize all these devs and you didn't care how it feels? But now what Sony PlayStation does is like, oh my God, pobrecito. I just want to say this, man. I do not give a fuck. That's your job. Should have done a much better job. Like the same way that when I go to a restaurant and my steak is not well cooked, I turn it back. I don't like it's like, why should I care if I'm paying for the service? Get it done right. Give people what they want. I think that's what these devs need to be doing instead of playing around on coffee breaks. Instead of trying to push the little political agendas and all that shit. And that's what they're getting cooked by the Chinese devs. Look at this, like the Black Myth Wukong 2, how these devs, like, bro, they teaching everybody how it's done. Just making a game that's fun, that looks flashy, that looks cool. That's it. Focus on working, and that's it. I don't need to know you. I don't need to know you as a person. I don't need to know that you have a family. I don't need to know none of that. I want to see what you can do, bro. No one cares. No one cares. And that's the truth. And we need to be like, we need to get back to the 90s, bro. The 90s were rough. It was like, fuck you right there and then. Like, nobody gave a damn about how you felt. And I think we need to bring that back. You know why? Because everybody's soft right now. Everybody's crying. Oh, I'm stressed. I have anxiety. Oh, so what, man? Keep going. I have anxiety too. You don't see me complaining. I keep pushing. I keep going to work. I don't be calling out because, I don't feel good today. No, fuck. I keep pushing. You know what? Because I have family to feed. So you have family to feed, keep pushing.
Whenever it comes to these devs, the only thing I have to say is put out a better product and you will get pushback as bad.
It's the same
people who are working on the Wolverine game for character models and designs are some of the same ones that were making the character design models for Concord.
Exactly. And that's, thank you for reminding me. That right there is a bad look. If you had a game that people mostly didn't play because of the character design, how and why do you keep this designer around? Nothing against the person who designed. I don't even know who the person is. I'm just saying, it didn't work for one game. What makes you think that it's going to work for another game? In my opinion, it was the back call to have the person design the characters, right? You should have got yourself somebody who work on comic books, somebody who work on the Marvel movies. Well, the budget is there. You're spending a lot of money in advertisement. You should have saved all that money and get you a better team. And that's just the way I see it. And like I say, comic book nerds, there's plenty of them. Get you one of those so that the Wolverine can be true to the fans. It's simple.
Now, the only character design I'm not going to push back on is the Wolverine character himself. And the only reason why I'm going to say that is because that character is specifically modeled after the voice actor that is portraying him, and that's good. That's fine. We don't need a Hugh Jackman every time.
But we also don't need to be. I mean, you can play around. The character doesn't have to look to the people who's playing the voice.
Oh, did you?
I'm just saying.
Did you catch the latest Insomniac lie?
Oh, about only being able to play with Wolverine?
Yep.
And then you're playing with Jean, but she sucks? Yep.
And
I've seen that. Look at this gameplay.
Mary Jane missions all over again.
Yep. Because, it had to be inclusive. But at what point do we stop being inclusive? At what time we go from inclusive to intrusive? This is a Wolverine game for Wolverine fans. Like, why didn't you call it the X-Men and got every character in there? It's just like, I don't know, bro. It's just so pushy. But let me show you here what I got, what I seen. The Gene gameplay. We got to show it. Oh, no. Shit.
They took it down.
They took it down.
Yep.
Wow.
That's how you know they lied about Wolverine being the only character.
And he looked like shit. And somebody was telling me, like, bro, that's not a part of the game or none of that. But it looks like it is, bro. Holy shit. If that's part of the game, that's gonna suck, bro. I'm sorry, man. I hope you can skip that mission. But that's gonna suck. She was terrible. Like, okay, she's never been a brawler. Like, she's never been throwing punches like that. Like, I don't know. I've never seen her do that.
No. I'll take that. I'll take that pushback only because you could play as her in Marvel vs. Capcom. So there have been games where she has been, like a fight.
Yeah, but Marvel vs. Capcom is a fighting game. It wouldn't make no sense if you only use telekinesis in there.
One of X-Men Legends 2, I think it was. You could play as her.
I don't know, bro. All I know that shit look whack, man. I'm keeping it real. I'm sorry. I know I'm gonna be hurting a couple of feelings, but
Yeah,
I
me
mean,
and
I'm not.
T-Gan were both there. Chaos Lounge was watching it live as it got taken down.
Yeah, Wolverine gameplay is not bad. Okay, the way that he moves, the actions that he does, the animations, it's not bad. My only thing that I seen was that big bus that is made out of metal that it just looks goofy. That's it, but that's fine. It's a video game. It's not a big deal in my opinion. But it just looks goofy that the Titan is sitting there just taking it from Wolverine, keeping like here's my arm, you can have it. Like type of shit is that? It's a boss supposed to be hard. You know what I mean? It's supposed to give you a challenge at least. But I understand that this game is made towards, even though it's an R-rated game, I hope, a mature rated game, it's catered towards more people who are casual, just there for the story. And that's fine. There's got to be games for everybody, like I said. But I know some Wolverines fans were looking for a game and very gory, very violent. You feel me? And it's kind of sad that they're not gonna get this in the scale that they wanted. That's all I have to say because I don't think the game is gonna be bad though. I think the game is gonna be decent, but I think that people are gonna be unhappy with a lot of elements about this game, and that's on Insomniac for not listening to their fans. Sadly, right?
Like I said, I think the graphics look great. I think that the combat is fluid and the environmental interaction is great. But the storyline, the character models, a lot of that is just going out the window and falling on deaf ears. And I'm excited for people who want to play it, but at the same time, I don't think that they're going to get anything that they are wanting out of a Wolverine game because the lore is absolutely butchered to hell, and it's the Spider-Man 2 universe.
Yeah. I mean, the game is going to be all right for those who want to get in there, press some buttons, go through a story, have some fun with the action. That's it. At the end of the day, in my opinion, when it comes to like action games, what's really important is the gameplay and the action that you see throughout the game, not so much the story. I could give a shit. Like I said, I play Halo CE, the story. I already know the story. I just want to fight some bad guys, throw some nades. That's it. So I think Wolverine is gonna be all right. It's gonna be defended, of course, by the media. Could have been a way better game, 100%. If you had the right people in there, I think Sonya try to push for a very super violent, a super gory game. That would have been 100 times better for me. But at the same time, I can't be selfish. Okay, I'm pretty sure some people who are not into this type of violence want to play these games, whatever. Who knows, man? I think it's gonna be all right. I think Wolverine is gonna be all right because a lot of people are gonna be buying it just because it's Wolverine, but might not be a hit for comic book fans. I'm just gonna say that. And at the end of the day, that's the most important people, right? The people who are the core fan base of Wolverine. But I know a lot of people who are not even into Wolverine are gonna be playing it just because it's a PlayStation game. And like this, they want to go out there and boycott for a week. And you know them, right? You're gonna be buying Wolverine. You know them, right? You're gonna buy GTA. By the way, GTA. Let's talk about GTA real quick. Do you see the leaks? Did you watch it? How you guys watch it? Let me know down there in the comments, guys. Did you watch the leaks? And shout out to John Threads, the artist. I just seen you, man.
I watched them, yeah.
Shout out to you, man. Cage the Cunning Linguist saying YTF model the character after What the fuck model the characters after the actor though? Yeah, that's my same beef, man. But who knows, man? Who cares? At the end of the day, and look, John Dress here define it. That's a shell of Wolverine. Yeah, it could have been way better. That's all I gotta say. But about GTA, watch the leaks. I thought it looked cool. I thought they had a lot of activities and things to do, vehicles to drive, because I think that was mostly shown in these leaks. And the animations when you get on the vehicle and it's so detailed, right? Very, very, very detailed. I feel like we had a very rough video, resolution on the game. It looks like it was recorded from, it was a recording from a recording from a recording, right?
I've seen both the AI leaks and the real leak, and just from what I've seen, and this is just me spitballing, it looks like it's from a complete earlier build.
Yeah.
I don't see the game being that rough
Ooh.
when it launches, but at the same time, I can see that a lot of those aspects, like the HUD, the GUI, and things like that, they're all going to be 100% how it's going to be in the game. Um, I didn't see the one with the car driving. I saw the one where it was the two of them in that one shop that they showed in the trailer, where he was sticking up the cash register guy for the shop, the convenience store. Um, it just there's just something about it. But trying to defend that, like, half of the game is ripped out because they're putting it behind DLC or the Ultimate Edition, and they still haven't shown gameplay of it themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, are you going to be watching the Netflix special demo?
Well, yeah, of course. I have Netflix, but if I didn't have Netflix, I wouldn't get an account to watch Netflix because I know that shit is
Exactly.
gonna be on YouTube like a minute after. So
6 hours, yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna watch it because obviously I like GTA. I've been looking forward to this game for 15 years, but I'll watch with a very critical eye, and
I'm
see.
wondering if they're going to actually show gameplay.
Listen. It doesn't matter, Power Boss. People will buy this shit. Okay,
Yes.
people will buy it. I'm
And with
gonna buy
Wolverine.
it. I'm gonna buy it, and I'm gonna find out for myself. At the end of the day, you can judge a game so much only by looking at it. Okay, like I said, the minute that you get the feeling of the game in your hands, that's when you really get to experience. And maybe it turns out a good game. Okay, but I'm not gonna brush off the fact that Rockstar are fucking assholes because of the way they're treating everybody who's being extremely high for this game. So why didn't you? And I know the bag is cool. I would have taken the bag too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a broke motherfucker, right? But these people are so greedy that they took the Netflix deal and screwed over a bunch of people who don't have Netflix, man. Like, you just don't do that because everybody knows how the video game thing works. It's all YouTube and Twitch. Come on, you could have dropped the thing on Twitch. Put a bunch of ads in between, bro. Who cares? Like, give me another bunch of fucking Red Bull ads and, soap and fucking Publix. Like, who cares? Like, but the fact that a lot of people are going to have to pay, get a subscription to watch it, it's a turn off. Made my dick go soft, bro. Straight up. It on the game. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to play it. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to enjoy it. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to like it. But the facts are the facts. Rock stars are assholes. And sometimes they don't even deserve the success that they are getting, bro. Sometimes I feel like they don't deserve the success they get because the way they treat us, And it's just like kind of sad that they're so greedy here in the gaming industry like that, man. Like, more important things in life are shown on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Don't be like that. I felt like that was a spit to our face on Rockstar behalf, and it's definitely left a sour taste in my mouth when it comes to Rockstar and my feelings towards them. The fact that I had to make that stupid ass account that I don't want to make because their fucking launcher is terrible. And on top of that, they charged me $10 extra for this game that supposed to be amazing, but it's a little bit more expensive. And on top of that, they want me to get a Netflix subscription to watch their preview that don't mean shit, to me, because you can watch it later on YouTube. People are going to make content on this. So what the fuck are they doing? And us gamers, I'm not saying to boycott. I'm not saying to not buy the game, but I'm saying speak up. Make a video about them being assholes because it is what it is and it needs to be said, the way that they treating us. Not only them, but, I could go as far as to say that these motherfuckers out here that we're watching right here, the Call of Duty makers, Infinity Ward, and, Activision and Blizzard in general, they assholes too because of the way and things that they done in the past to gamers, like putting AI content, charging you for bundles, $30 for a bundle or a fucking skin, things like that, charging you for DLC extra, all this comic shit that they've been doing, right? That's not right, man. And like, that doesn't mean do not buy the game, do not enjoy the game, but it means to wake up, open your eyes, and see the way these people treat you. Okay, that's just my 2 cents on it, man. But that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna play GTA because I've been playing GTA since I can remember, bro. Since the first freaking GTA. you know, I played through all of them. I've enjoyed. My favorite one is GTA San Andreas. This one, in my opinion, has the potential to maybe dethrone it, but there is this thing about GTA San Andreas that I don't think they've been able to replicate in any of the other GTAs. And forgive me if I'm wrong, but GTA San Andreas, you were living as a gang member. Like you will go to the fucking corner, see a bunch of dudes out there and tell them, right with me, get on a fucking car and do a drive-by on Los Pollos Locos or whatever, Batos Locos, right? Or something. And if you were, they will come attack your turf, right? They haven't been able to replicate none of that feeling that you are in enemy territory. You need to be like looking over your shoulder. The ballots are coming. Like everybody's like in the uniform gang thing. I don't know. It was a 90s thing, but in my opinion, that feeling was like you were actually living the fantasy of being an actual thug, doing thug things, going to a crack house. I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. It felt like real at the moment. Now in this game, maybe they just make you feel like you are somebody and you can role play in this way. And I like the character, Lucia. I like the main character. I'm in love with her, like not literally, but I like that she is representing well what a Latina looks like and how a Latina is. So I think I like that representation. The other dude that they show looks cool too. Look like he's a badass. Or something. So I like that. There's another dude too that you unlock maybe later that I've seen some of the gameplay in the leaks that he also looks like he's a biker or something. So looks cool. I don't know. I like the fact that you can use every vehicle, jet skis. I've seen you in the vehicles that we have here in Miami. The little what is it? Little scooters with the motors that you rent. They got that.
The mopeds, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, they try to capture Florida the way it is, and I love that. I love the detailing, everything. I love how you can just grab a basketball and start playing shooting hoops in the that's dope. I like it. Let's see now if the gameplay is good. Let's see if it feels good. Let's see when I pull out a gun and I want to shoot somebody and there's time to throw down action, punching, grappling, all of that. Let's see if it stands up next to something like, GTA 5 that had that brawler element in the DLC, the Ballads of the Gay Tony, which you go into a brawling place to have what is you call it, like illegal fist fights. And the grappling was good, the fighting was good. Let's see if they able to nail that too. Let's see if they able to nail all these elements that made GTA amazing. Okay. And let's hope for the best because we're paying our hard-earned money for this game. So we're going to be super critical about it. I'm not going to treat GTA like a $50 game that I was like, okay, for the price is pretty good. No, this game is going to get scrutinized. Like, why am I getting a glitch? Why am I getting a popping? Why am I getting this texture's not loaded? Why does it look goofy? Like, yeah, it's going to get all the smoke. So they better, like, I don't know. I hope the delays were worth it. That's all I got to say. And
I mean, I'll defer to you as far as GTA goes because I think the first one that I tried was 2 back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And it turned me off of the whole franchise. I did later on go back and play a little bit of Vice City and San Andreas because a friend of mine had it and he insisted I try it. I tried it. I can't say that I liked it. I never went and played 4 and 5, and I was excited for 6 a little bit, but not after what they're doing with all these microtransactions and, locking the full game by $100 for the Ultimate Edition, all that they're taking out of the base game. And then the base game itself is being raised to $80. Speaking of raising the price to $80, how about that recent article from a former Square Enix finance officer, Jacob Novak?
Oh, what happened with
Now,
that?
he came out here and saying that Sony killing physical disc is going to make digital cheaper. Can we talk about how stupid that is?
Yeah, I don't
Because
think that's happening.
when they raised the price from $60 to $70, the whole argument was, oh, you're going to get a digital game. It's going to be cheaper. And if you get a $70 game that's going to come out, then it's going to be a single player experience that you're going to buy once, you're going to play through, and that's going to be it. Any game that's going to have microtransactions like Destiny, Destiny 2, God knows how many other games, Call of Duty, they were going to charge less for the game because the game makes their money from microtransactions. So what happened to that? Just because they're doing away with physical and there's going to be no brick and mortar competition, there's going to be no outside store competition for PlayStation because you're not
Yeah,
going to be able to buy any of their things outside of their store.
I
The
think it's
games are
all
not going to be
bullshit.
cheaper. It's
It's
just going
all
to be something for them to line their pockets. So
it's just bullshit.
when PlayStation starts launching their first party games, Wolverine, God of War, Karen of Wash Laundry, and and they start going to be like, hey, we're charging you full price for these games. I want to see the defenders, these very same people who are defending it right now, saying, oh, I'm fine with them going all digital. I'm fine with them taking away competition from the customer.
Yeah. Nah,
I
not gonna
want
happen.
I want to see where they're going to lie when the games are not reduced in price back to
Here,
60, back to lower prices.
here's what I think that PlayStation would never gonna change.
Because Nintendo's already
Listen, Power Bus. These guys want to boycott PlayStation because they want to kill physical media, but in the same breath, they go out their way to get on our tweets when getting our podcast in our videos to defend PlayStation. So these motherfuckers are married to PlayStation. The only thing, and I said it on Twitter, the only way that PlayStation can reconsider, can really take serious any of what these ponies are saying is if you go away, sell your PlayStation, get rid of your PlayStation, don't ever go in or go to another platform like PC, Nintendo, Xbox, whatever. That's the only way in which they're gonna be okay. We fucked up. Time to maybe, and the same thing happened on Xbox. What do you think Xbox is being so pro consumer? Because they fucked up. And now they're like, oh shit, we need to reel you back in. That's what we do in Game Pass. Of course, none of this shit is working because a lot of people lost faith on Xbox. A lot of people hate Xbox, spite Xbox. And it's just like, it's hard for them to recover that. And that's what I think they're struggling as a company, as a hardware company, trying to sell consoles. But when it comes to the content, people are not mad when they get an Xbox games. Look at a fucking Forza on PlayStation. They'd be buying that shit because they're beefy with the console, not with the games. I mean, they will hate on a game, all of that, but it's just due to console wars. But in reality, when you give out a good product, people are gonna fuck with it. People are gonna like it if it is a good game. So, in my opinion, this is what Xbox needs to do. They need to continue to being the good guys, right, for a long, long time until people are able to forgive them for all the shit they've done. And now PlayStation, they're gonna be the bad guys because they feel like they're on top still. But eventually, they're gonna get overrun by Xbox and by other companies like Nintendo and Steam and all of that. And eventually, they're gonna be okay. Time to soften up. Time to take it easy and be like, okay, we're the good guys now. Buy a PlayStation, get 2 controllers and 2 games with it. Type shit. And now everybody, the opponents are gonna be back like, oh shit, you buy a PlayStation, you get 2 games that you can keep physical copies. Yada yada. That's how easy they can get back into the relationship with PlayStation. It's like when a female is in love, she will let you do everything that you want. When a guy is in love, like the other day, I was watching a video on Instagram. It was funny because the guy had caught his girlfriend cheating, and he was like, "I forgave you once, I forgave you twice, I forgave you 3 times, I forgave you 4 times, I forgave you fifth time. I can't do a six." The guy said that, but hold up, how many of this can the ponies take before they get pissed off? We're starting to see they're already shaky. They're already kind of, oh, PlayStation is being assholes. They kind of waking up, but they're still not there. Sony's gonna have to fuck up big time, many, many, many more times before they decide to jump ship. But with Xbox, it's different.
I mean, like Paige was saying, they're having the blackout next week.
Mm-hmm.
Guys calling for trying to call to action. Yeah, he's right.
Yep.
They're going to come back in a week. That's all they're telling them. So they're going to see how much of a big backlash this is going to be.
Bro.
I don't think it's going to be that big, but
Yeah.
I want to see what's going to happen when they decide that they're going to shut down the PS4 store. Because if you remember right now, most of their player base is still on the PS4 generation. They haven't upgraded for one reason or another. At least half of their player base.
Yeah, I know somebody who was I was talking to, I think a couple of weeks ago, and it was like talking to me about games, about how he played Rocket League, and I said, "Oh shit, like you play Rocket League, cool man. What you play?" He's like, "I know I play on the PS4, but like nothing. Like didn't need to upgrade or nothing. It was like I'm cool with it. I keep playing here, Rocket League, fuck it, 20 FPS, who cares?" That's crazy. Shout out to Preston Wake for the jewels, man. Thank you, appreciate that, man. Shout out to you guys, man. Thank you for coming. Shout out to Power Boss. Thank you for this amazing show.
Always.
Amazing time, guys. But it's time for me to dip because I do need to get back to business. And hopefully the next show it'll be a little bit longer and stuff. And I can accommodate this better. And I'm truly hoping that I get some free times during the weekend so that I can possibly get on here, play some games and stuff. It's been a while since I live stream any games with you. It's just a matter of time, bro. Like I don't really have the time.
Roll credits on Subnautica 2 finally.
So what? You finished it?
Yeah, for what they have so far. They did just come out with the 1.2 update a couple days ago.
Nice.
Like the other day. Which adds in more buddy companionship. They finally added voice proximity chat, which is really cool. You now have a timer when you die if you're playing multiplayer, so that way people can come and revive you.
What is this gun? The fuck? That's crazy. That look cool. I'm gonna be checking out the video.
I'm gonna be hopping into a lot more things now that I finally got my PC back, and I'm gonna make some heads explode of how many games I'm going to be. I already started Beast of Reincarnation.
Oh, yeah? How do you like that one? I thought it looked cool. It was cool. It was decent.
The story is bad. I'm not going to lie.
The story is bad? I didn't think, I thought it was a stand.
It's not bad, but it's bad paced.
Okay, maybe that. Yeah.
Because they have like no explanation in the beginning of what's going on, why you're doing what you're doing. They don't give any background of who the character is or why she's doing what she's doing.
Yeah, it's all a mystery.
Then, if you go watch Onoitalix's gameplay of it, the last like 3 hours of the game, they do nothing but a entire lore dump over the whole thing.
Entire what?
Lore dump.
Also, they sort of rush the end of the game, but telling you a story at the end. One of those games that tell you what the fuck is going on at the end. Okay, so that's why it might be a little bit weird. But when it came to the gameplay, I thought it was enjoyable. I thought the character had good verticality, and it had many possibilities in ways in which you could play the game.
Definitely unique mechanics, great skill tree, and great combat. The combat, some blocking and the parrying, but it wasn't terrible.
And watching this Call of Duty gameplay here is nothing but Call of Duty again. It's not more Call of Duty. I know a lot of people are expecting something different, but this is how it is. It's just Call of Duty with prettier
I will
graphics,
say,
different maps, and different
when they were
mechanics.
when they were showing the maps earlier, I will say the maps do look very impressive.
Yeah, they look cool. They
Yeah.
look cool. And I don't know, bro. It's just more Call of Duty. I don't think this is gonna blow anybody out of their minds, but it's just gonna be if you are into Call of Duty and shooters and arena shooters, I think you're gonna have a good time with this one. It looks cool. It looks cool to play. I like the movement. It's not crazy like Black Ops 7, but
Yeah.
it's more grounded, more realistic, and
I
more
think I
like
personally like Black Ops 6 movement better still, but that's just me.
Black Ops 6 with the only movement.
Yeah.
But I think the Call of Duty went too far with it. I mean, I love the only movement, but I think the casuals had a hard time mastering the only movement and getting integrated in the Call of Duty community. The same thing that happened with wall bouncing. So what happened with this type of techniques, Power Boss, quickly before we go? Um, you have a learning curve, right? And so when you have people who get to the end of the learning curve, they master the ability faster than others. So those people are having a great time because they're on top. They know what to do. They know the maps. They got the awareness. And then you got the players who just come to the game and they're trying to figure out how everything works. They're getting slapped left to right. And
Absolutely.
I could see how and why that is frustrated. But be honest, the minute that you hop in online, you can expect the other players to be okay. He's new, let him kill me. Now, fuck that. You're gonna learn the same way I did because they learn the same way.
I
They
mean,
push
for
and
me,
they
the
learn.
fun
That's it.
Call of Duty and Gears was always, hey, if I'm going to play multiplayer and jump in and go against other people, I know there's going to be people better than me. The only thing I'm trying to do is have fun with it, do the best that I can do myself, and at the very least, possibly play with friends and get a squad going so we can communicate somewhere and do something that maybe, somebody's not prepared for a coordinated attack of sorts.
Yeah.
The maps
So
and things like that.
So what happened is like the mentality of gaming online now is like I want to be the best. I want to record a clip. I want to be flashy, and I want to
Yeah.
be on top of the leaderboard. But the mentality should be like I'm gonna go act a fool, have fun. Like if you go with that mentality, you have fun with any game. Doesn't matter if you're losing or winning.
I'm just happy if I have a positive KD.
It doesn't matter, bro. Like honestly, my KD is not even that high. Like for example, in games like Battlefield, yeah, it's a little high, like 2.50, something like that. But in games like Call of Duty, my KD is 130, 150. Why? Because I don't give a fuck. I go push the objective. I go challenge. I go try to play against the best players. I don't care if I get a good KD or nothing. I go have fun. I care about that. Am I having fun? Am I enjoying this even if I'm dying? Like that's when I know a game is fun. Like when I'm losing and I feel like I'm winning. Because I felt like that in Call of Duty. I was like, oh, we lost? I thought I was winning. Like, I feel like that sometimes. So another game that I'm testing, I don't know if I have an NDA or something like that, is the FIFA or FC 27, the new FC 27. I gotta say quickly before I go again, I don't want to make it too long. I didn't like FC 26. I hated it. I didn't even buy it. I buy FC or FIFA games every year. Yeah, I know, right? Whatever. One of those. Fuck you. I like fucking soccer. So, man, this one, I gotta say, man, surprised me because it wasn't so much about how it looked or great it looked, but it was about fun. And this game was more fun than 26. So in that sense, I think they deliver. There's more controversies around the game, of course. They got a new open world now. You create your character, you go do different activities in the same world. I like that mechanic, okay? I know a lot of people might not like it, but I did like it because you create your own character, you level it up. It's sort of like an RPG. You join events. It just like gives us a new twist, a new flavor to soccer, and an RPG element to it, which I love RPGs. And in a sport, it'll be cool too because you got dribbling, you got passing, you got physicality, you got jumping.
They've also done that once before with a football game. One of the football managers had where you could be the coach. And
Right. Yeah,
level up
yeah.
your career
But
and
I'm
things like
saying
that.
like your
So
character.
it's not unheard of.
Yeah. It's not unheard of, but I like it how it is like you only play with one character and enjoying all these events with different players. Before you had to play clubs, which was like a setup matchmaking system that you join in a lobby, they already play. Now in here you got different arenas, different pitches, different places that you can go and do different activities like dribbling, juggling, whatever. So I thought that was cool. Nice change of pace. I'm gonna pick it up definitely because I've been playing soccer too. So when you're playing, you get more motivated to play sports games, and it's a nice change of pace from the usual games that I play, which are RPGs and shooters. So I'm trying to. Oh, and I've been playing Sifu too. Sifu, the really amazing game, bro. Love it, and I've been having a lot of fun with learning the techniques and stuff. And wow, what an amazing simple game! Simple game, but
I will
amazing.
say, if you like seafood, I would recommend Dead by Disco.
Oh yeah, I heard about that one. That one is good too.
Because
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
import your own music tracks, and the game actually syncs your moves to the new music tracks.
Also, I wanted to say one thing before I go. Xbox, please. I don't know if they're listening or not. Who gives a shit? You can. I'm shouting out this to Skies. Make the Yakuza Zero director's cut play everywhere so that I can pick it up and play both on my PC and my Xbox. Please, please. I've been dying to get started with the Yakuza series completely, but I want to do it on Xbox. I don't want to do it on anywhere else because I want to get the achievements. I want to I know I'm going to play the shit out of this. So please, please, please. And I want to go back and forth between my Xbox. So if I buy it on Steam, I only get to play it on the PC. What if I want to, sometimes I take my Xbox to a living room. I'm able to play over there. I need to have the flexibility. That's what this one of the reasons why what I'm loving the Xbox at the moment. Play everywhere. Please give it to Yakuza Zero. And with that, man, we're out of here. You guys, thank you so much for coming through. We gotta get the hell out of here, bro. Power Boys, you got anything to say before we close the show?
Nah, I'm good. I'm just happy that we're finally back. Hopefully we get to do more. We're going to keep things going just like normal.
Let's go. Let's go. Much love to you guys. Thank you so much for coming. And I'll see you on the next one. It's your boy, Devil Flow, checking out. And go play that Call of Duty beta. I'm about to hop in, man, as soon as I get a chance. See you guys.
Yeah,
Peace.
I downloaded it myself.
Let's go. Oh, you downloaded already? Oh, it's super long. 170 something gigs.
I'm still downloading.
Oh, I bet. I'm going to be downloaded. Whoa, by the time I download, I should be done. Yeah.
I got space.
All right,
Catch you
guys.
guys later.
Peace.
Yeah.
Ra. Yo, Chico, boy. Ra. Hey. Demo Flow Gaming.
Boom, boom. I'm back.
Ra.
Ra. Boom, boom, boom.
Dice, yo, Chico in the house, papi. Dale. Yeah. Ponies over here, ponies over there.
Yeah.
Ponies over here, ponies over there.
Yeah.
Ponies over here, ponies over there.
Yeah.
Ponies over there.
Yeah.
Ponies over there. Yeah. Ponies over here, ponies over there.
Yeah.
Ponies over here, ponies over there. Ponies over here, ponies over there. Ponies over there. Ponies over there. Ponies over here, ponies over there. I smell caca, ponies everywhere. They don't play no games, only do their console sales. It's because ponies ain't got shit to tell. Ask about the best, but I haven't played. That's what I hear the ponies tell me every day. Ponies be so silly, but I had no pity. They dissed it for the decade, but now Xbox leady. Now they got no games, karma is so weird. You wish that on Xbox you even volunteer. Instead of play with Smith, filled with PC ports. Third-party games saying you're your pony love. Waiting for Forza that's almost 5 years old. Copying for remasters, damn that shit is cold. Do it for the plastic and all the pony blow. That's why Sony got you spending all your dough.